Before beginning this video, I would like to share that you might be interested in the Patreon version of this documentary. It features Zutomayo's music in multiple parts of the video to tell the story better. The Patreon version is not uploaded here on YouTube due to copyright restrictions. Instead, the YouTube version you are watching has Zutomayo's music replaced with stock music credited in the video's description. As part of helping with the narrative, you will see notifications in this video each time Zutomayo's music is featured in the other version. Go to patreon.com/AVAJapan and choose the tier AVA Japan Unblock if you want to enjoy the more immersive documentary. Thanks for your support of this channel and enjoy. On June 4th, 2018, the YouTube music world was surprised by the release of a song titled Byoushin wo Kamu by an unknown artist. It was the only single released at the time, and no one knew anything more about them, other than what's seen in the 4 minutes and 32 seconds long video. With so much competition in the online space, piercing through the noise to capture crowds' attention would require a lot of promotional work to get noticed. For them, Byoushin wo Kamu alone was enough to intrigue hundreds of thousands of people in their inception. The song single-handedly garnered over 200,000 views within its first week, becoming an immediate hit. When the song landed itself on streaming platforms a month later, it became the most streamed song in the week it was released. But what was it about Byoushin wo Kamu that captured so many people's attention? Is it the musical composition and arrangement that leaves listeners wanting more? Is it the musician's technical playing skills that made us want to witness it with our very own eyes? Is it because fans were invested in seeing the narrative behind the music videos similar to the works of Eve, Yorushika, and others? Or is it simply because of the voice we heard singing in the song? This is the story of Zutto Mayonaka de Iinoni. Zutto Mayonaka de Iinoni, or Zutomayo to the fans outside of Japan, is commonly described as a rock group. However, fans who explored the catalog of this group enough will be able to tell that their music is so much more than just a single genre label. Their songs display the fusion of styles such as rap with Mabushii DNA Dake, jazz with songs like Kettobashita Moufu, country with songs like Inner Heart, and best of all, incorporating funk-inspired bass lines to plenty of their tunes just like Study Me. The fusion of genres combined with frequent tempo changes is always a surprise to fans. As their work is unpredictable, enthusiasts could always look forward to new releases and be blown away by their music's creativity, as their songs are hardly ever the same. Even a single song could have different melodic verses such as Darken. But despite the rich and distinctive sounds that the group produces, the music is always tied down through a couple of common denominator factors such as funk-inspired bass lines, jazzy piano notes amid chaos, and of course, Akane, the voice of Zutomayo. Though Zutomayo has never released any information about who are the official members of the group, when listening and watching their music videos, you can't help but imprint the idea that Akane is the heart and soul of Zutomayo. She is credited as a composer and lyricist, which means the foundation of the songs stem from her. This explains why when Akane is singing those songs, we can feel her emotions pouring through her lines. One perfect song that displays Akane singing her heart out is Dear Mr. F. Listeners can journey from the start of the song and listen to how the expression of the vocal lines get heavier towards the end. It is also pointed out by many that this song was sung much later compared to the rest, as the song's meaning was too hard for Akane to pull off in the studio. It is also said that this song is where the name Zutto Mayonaka de Iinoni is derived from. voice serves as a fantastic contrast in the group's sound. The music of Zutomayo is incredibly technical, polished, and mature. But yet, a pure, delicate, and youth-like voice of hers is sitting on top of it. With songs like One's Mind and Darken, Akane caresses you into the music simply with the innocence of a voice. Simultaneously, when the same vocal register is applied to the last chorus of Study Me, listeners can feel the intense ride that Akane emote. But singing is not the only vocal she does. Rap is a game that she doesn't shy away from. Listening to songs like Engine Oil, her voice paints an impression of a stylish, rebellious teen that you just can't help to root for, transporting us into a world where we are all cool kids on the block. This image is also effortless for us to grasp, as Akane herself is a representation of that look. She clearly possesses an extraordinary fashion sense, one that suits her image and the story she's telling. The First Take is a YouTube channel where Japanese artists such as Zutomayo is brought in to do only one take of their song. In Zutomayo's First Take video description, Akane is listed as her own stylist. In that appearance, we see that she's dressed from top to bottom and even carrying a few unique accessories on her fingers. Diving deeper into her Instagram page, you can appreciate her sense of style even more. Her apparel choices are undoubtedly unique and definitely comes with a price. But outerwear is not the only thing that Akane charmed fans with. As displayed in the First Take performance, her movements during non-singing parts demonstrated her charisma as a mysterious figure that leaves fans wanting more. From the time she enters the stage at her own pace, to the time she waited for the moment she utters the name, Zutto Mayonaka de Iinoni, are prime examples of a brilliance that influences fans to love her even more. But Akane's style is not only limited to just apparel. The refined artistic taste of hers bleeds over to Zutomayo's aesthetic as well. The group's presentation is definitely well thought of, from their album covers to their music videos and even the set of their performance. Making a statement that Zutomayo is a holistic band, as not only are their music is something not to be taken lightly, but so are their visuals. And fans of this group certainly pay attention to the visuals of Zutomayo. The music video of Byoushin wo Kamu featured an important name at 0.02 seconds. It is the name of the animator and illustrator that many in the scene are familiar with, Waboku. Waboku is an animator who has worked with artists such as Eve, and his music videos are a playground for fans to guess the true meaning behind his songs. Seeing this name appearing on Zutomayo's first music video, and with a character design that is so distinctive along with the allegorical figures, will this be another collection of stories that fans can get in depth? The answer is yes, because the next music video that came out after Byoushin wo Kamu was Nouri Ueno Cracker. It featured yet again the same character as animated by Waboku. The continuity attracted interest. When Humanoid, the third music video Zutomayo came out, the character and animation were different, animated by Sakiyama this time, a movie by Notai. The universe of Zutomayo is still forming, and Uniguri's appearance was the consistent glue to these videos. Fans can only theorize why is that. In Humanoid, the main character had somewhat of an antonym figure, which then becomes the main character for Zutomayo's fourth music video, Mabushii DNA Dake. The intriguing bit of connection seen in the video is when previous main characters briefly appeared within a single rotation of the skipping rope. The lore of Zutomayo is establishing, and soon after, Seigi and Kettobashita Moufu dropped, and a brand new world was presented altogether. By now, it's a recurring theme. These characters may be the same person as can be seen in Haze Hazeru Hateru Made. Could Zutomayo's music videos be a multiversal story where the exact version of the character named Nira goes through different experiences? For example, Nira was a human in Study Me, but in Darken, she was a cyborg maid. Many of Zutomayo's music videos are released, leading up to the most significant crossover in Zutomayo's history. We see that the main character in Saete Kuyashiiwa, also known as Nira-chan herself, traveled to other music videos, interacting with other Niras. We don't know what this means, but seeing the music videos correlated with each other gives us some satisfaction viewing the extension of those stories. Personally, I was extremely excited when I saw Study Me's Nira-chan appearing again in Darken and in Saete Kuyashiiwa. Aside from Akane, it is unclear how many people are officially in Zutomayo. Instead, we see several musicians being credited in the description section of each music video. The structure of Zutomayo being a group instead of a band with permanent members allows room for the group to shuffle around with different musicians, thus creating the numerous sounds we hear today in their catalog. You can listen to a song like Hava, and then turn up another song in the album such as Loneliness, and it will truly leave you in a state of wonder about the group's musical genre. Diving deep into the music credits in the video description, we see a combined number of 33 musicians, producers, and engineers who have contributed to the sound of Zutomayo. For those curious about the musicians' incredible talent, check out this sample collection of their performances found on YouTube. Several names have taken on specific instrumentalist roles in Zutomayo. When left to play on their own, each musician will undoubtedly turn to their own style. But Zutomayo has demonstrated that their music is strategically written to carry their own signature sound. Having Akane alone as the composer and lyricist won't be sufficient to oversee all that makes up the song. When looking back onto the credited list, one name consistently appears, and that is sound direction, Kohei Matsumoto. Unlike the other musicians, including Akane, Kohei Matsumoto is an even bigger mystery when it comes to the group. No public information is published about him, or at least it is tough to search for. The influence of a person in charge of the sound direction is massive, and there are plenty of artists who have a figure behind the faces we see. For example, Koba Metal is the real mastermind behind the world-famous kawaii metal band Baby Metal. While the band too work with many musicians to write and play the songs, ultimately, Koba Metal is directly in charge of the type of sounds and songs to be selected as the artist's official release. He would even go as far as being in the crowd to observe fans' response to new unreleased music and then tweaking it accordingly. Could Kohei Matsumoto serve a similar role like Koba Metal? Could the Zutomayo songs that we love performed by the musicians be really a product of Kohei Matsumoto's vision? While it is for sure that not every musician here are confirmed to be a permanent fixture at Zutomayo, when performing under this group's umbrella, they follow the same directive for keeping the mystery by not revealing themselves in live performances. It's been documented that they have typically performed in front of live crowds with translucent screens to protect their image. The Japanese fans witnessed how they have done this in their first concert at Daikanyama Loop in Tokyo. Meanwhile, international fans eventually saw how Zutomayo's live performance looked like when they released their Midnight Forever Live on YouTube on October 28, 2019. Every musician played in perfect harmony and showed no sign of struggle with their instrument against a dimly lit stage. It is also where we get to see how astonishingly tight the musicians of Zutomayo are. They brought incredible songs to life such as Haze Hazeru Hateru Made, Byoushin wo Kamu, Nouri Ueno Cracker, and others in that performance. Being masters of shifting energies, the viewer's feel and mood was smoothly transformed from rocking out to the heart-pounding Konnakoto Soudou to just feeling the chill vibe of glass to rum raisin. Akane took herself to a couch after briefly playing a kendama. She then inserts a VHS tape, like how all of us would with a USB. The shot, scene, mixing, and performance during this part are so perfect, it's excellent enough to be released as an official music video. There are so many things to love about Zutomayo. The musician skills, excellent albums, deep stories, Easter eggs in music videos, the charm and charisma of Akane, the beautiful visuals, and so much more. Personally, the thing that I adore the most about Zutomayo is the three-core sound of their music, bass, piano, and Akane's vocals. And in their first take performance, they proved that this tree is indeed the essentials of the group's sound. When Akane took center stage with Byoushin wo Kamu and Can't Be Right, one would expect either just an acoustic guitar or a piano to be used to provide the music, but the bass instrument was incorporated, despite not having percussions in the performance and the piano itself having enough keys to provide bass to the music. An actual electric bass being played in the performance just completes the sound of Zutomayo, thus completing us. A group like this comes once in a decade. With so many talented people working on this, it's undoubtedly a great time to be alive to witness it coming from nothing just 2 years ago to becoming what it is today. For Zutto Mayonaka de Iinoni, the days of reaching greater heights are coming. Hey, thank you guys for watching this documentary. It took a bit of time to work on this as I went quite deep in it. If you like this video, I would highly recommend you check out the Patreon version, as just listening to actual Zutomayo music along with narration makes it even much more special and enjoyable. And for those of you guys who are watching this on Patreon, thank you so much for supporting this channel, and it means a lot, and it also helps me to create much more documentary in the future. Also check out my full album reaction of Gusare and Hisohiso Banashi, because those really made me a fan of Zutomayo. Let me know what you guys think about this documentary in the comment section down below, and recommend me other artists that you want me to create a documentary about. And until next time, I'll see you again.